I bought a BMW R9T Racer. Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, make sure to subscribe because we're introducing another motorcycle in the collection. At the beginning of this year, I made it a goal that I was going to show every single one of the 25 plus bikes on this channel. And today, I'm showing you guys the BMW R9T Racer. Over the last couple years, I have filmed quite a few videos with this motorcycle, including the first video ever on the channel. But it doesn't have its own introduction video, and that is exactly what we're going to do today. The story of this bike goes as so. BMW introduced the R9T, then in 2017, they introduced the Racer. The Racer got the upgraded fairing, cowl in the rear, and a completely different stance than the base model R9T. Yes, 9T. Not 90. The cowl plus the clip-ons makes this bike extremely long. If you're a shorter person, it is very hard to reach. This is a very long bike if you've never seen one in person. Plus this rear cowl with the old style cafe racer look makes this bike one of the best looking modern day motorcycles that was made, in my opinion. But this bike was very expensive, and compared to its competition, it lacked a lot of the new stuff that they had. Not only that, but it wasn't advertised the best, and also it's not a bike that everyone can ride. Like I said, if you're smaller or not as comfortable with motorcycles, this is a very long reach. All of those things made this motorcycle completely fail in the market. They stopped making them in 2019. They only made them for about 2 years in America. And then fast forward a couple years later, and my dad found out about it, and he realized that, well, they didn't make a whole lot of them. It's an extremely good looking bike, and well, that makes a recipe for a future classic. So we searched for a while, and we found one a couple hours away at a dealership, and ended up picking it up. There were a couple of things that we needed to have, however. One of those is those wheels right there. Those are spoke wheels. They also come with alloy wheels. Spokes are a necessity, in my opinion, for any old school style motorcycle. Spoke superiority. In America, we weren't given the S designation. In Europe, if a bike has spokes, it is an S model, and it has a couple of differences over the regular model. In America, it was simply an option. Also, an option I don't see in all the bikes is the white spring. I'm led to believe that is factory, and I don't see all of them having that white spring. Just a minute observation I made. We've ridden it a few times. It only has 1,500 miles on it, and we've probably put about 400 of those miles on. It's not a bike that's going to see a whole ton of mileage, but a bike that is going to be enjoyed a couple of times a year. The goal with this bike is always to just enjoy it and take it on rides that we can enjoy, but also properly maintaining it and keeping it running. I've pulled it outside today because it literally stays inside of our house to start it up for the first time in the year. When we picked it up, we brought it home in a trailer. Weather was kind of like this outside, and ever since then, it's kind of just been like the staple bike in the collection. It's a bike that we don't see going anywhere anytime soon, and something that a lot of people who know what it is find special, and for people who don't know what it is, which is a lot of people, they really enjoy it. For someone who's super into motorcycles, you're going to know what this is. But there's a lot of just casual people who are into motorcycles that really don't pay attention to all the new models. And this is one of the models that kind of went under the radar, and now that people are kind of starting to enjoy them, I think it's going to start building a little bit of hype behind it. I'm going to stop talking, and let's hear that exhaust. Fires right up into life. We'll let it warm up, and then we'll get some revs. Alright, there should be proper heat into the bike. It's been about 5 minutes or so. We come take a look at the temperature. Almost 200 degrees, which is pretty good. Shut it off. Always good to cycle the fuel one time out of the line, get the bike up to operating temperature. You don't want to overdo it because it's primarily all air. So, sounds good. Get a couple revs. Sitting at 203 degrees. and well, we'll let it cool off for a second before putting it back into the house. But here it is, 2018 BMW R90 Racer, a future classic. I have a bunch of more videos if you guys want to check them out. Exhaust clip videos, riding videos, kind of a history of what this bike is, but I thought it was important to incorporate this bike into a proper collection video because, well, it deserves one, it needs one, and it's one of the 25 plus bikes currently in the collection. As always, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe, leave a like on this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.